I had a dream last night, and I woke up and I thought, man, there must be some planet retrograde. But I thought back, Chiron is still in retrograde. It started when the sun was back in Gemini, so there hasn't passed enough time. Saturn is speeding ahead in Libra, that won't be. And I went down the list. Well, Neptune retrograded since my explosion. Uranus just retrograded not too long ago. And Pluto has been retrograding for a while. So I thought, what could be happening? And then I went and took a bath, and I thought, Jupiter, big Jupiter. And I went to check online, and it's going retrograde on August the 30th. And I thought, well, that's a long time away, but I thought, no, it's not. I looked, and the station period starts right around this time. So I can feel it in my heart that Jupiter is pulling back retrograde. And I had a fun time listening to Owl City this week, Owl City Week, but now I have my wisdom teeth. And I want to tell you this dream that I had. I was at some kind of party for senior year where there was a hotel and a swimming pool. And I walked around and tried to say witty things and stuff. And then I was having a good time, I think. And then I thought, well, it's time to go. And I always have those moments where I think it's time to go. And but then I wonder, where really am I going that I want to go more than just hang out for a little bit. So I remembered that at home there was caulking in the shower. So I had to take a shower, but I didn't want to be naked in front of all the people. For some reason, I didn't think that I could shower with my swim trunks on. So I went around and talked to people, and as the people sort of fizzled out, that I just thought, well, who cares? So I went and took a shower, and there was something I forgot somewhere back up in the room. So this is your classical naked kind of dream. And well, it was like an end of school kind of thing, and everybody was having a pool party. So as the 12th graders were leaving, the 11th graders were coming in around this time. And as I took my walk naked to get whatever it was, I faced individually like the most important kind of people, I think. And there was a girl she was in 12th grade in my dream, but she was in 11th grade, and she was walking naked too, but she had a penis now. And I looked at her and I'm like, something like, were you always a 4? And I can't remember what the reference is. I remember back in 11th grade, I read the Kama Sutra about the bulls and the bears and the sizes. I don't know what a size 4 is. But we pretty much mutually agreed that, you know, it was nice to see you, and so what now, pretty much. As if our paths have crossed and they're finished. It's like a metaphor for seeing her naked now that it's not going to work. And I passed some of the rough and rowdy kids, and you know, I put my clothes on and I stayed around the hotel and talked to some of the 11th graders, and then things started to get better for me, talking to people. It was less about witty strategies and stuff and more about just hanging out. And as it got later in the night, I was about to leave, and this girl with golden hair, a little shorty, said, Andrew, do you remember me? And she was a freshman. The freshman class was coming in. And I'm like, I know the face, and then, no, you gotta remember me. And she brought her whole family, and I was meeting Uncle Bob and Uncle Jim, and I spent so much time. Don't you know me? No, I don't even know the girl's name, but I was happy to see her for some reason. And as I'm sticking with these people, it got later into the night, and there was a church service going on in the hotel. So the more I hung out, the later I stayed, the more successive into the generations I got. It was a lot cooler. And then I started to talk to just about everybody who passed, and sort of like being the Walmart door greeter. I said good morning, or welcome to the service, or whatever it was, in front of the hotel while I was finishing up at the pool, because I realized I have no place I need to go very soon. And part of, or maybe it was a different person, but this little boy was 5 years old, and he was in these sunglasses, and he stopped by and talked to me, and he said, well, let's stay here at the pool and over at the playground. And his mom said, no, you gotta come in and do the church service with us. So everybody went into the church service, and I was about to leave, but I was standing by the window, and that boy with his glasses showed up and said, hey, this is boring. Come on the swings with me. And he said, will you stay around with me? And I said, you know, sure. I didn't like his parents wanted to be up there. And so I sort of kind of hid for a little. I didn't really hide it. Just tried not to be noticed. And as soon as the kid ran down the steps, I heard the mom say, you're gonna keep an eye on him. And that's what I called the dream, to remember this stationing period of the planet Jupiter. And so he came down with me to the pool, and he said, it's so sweaty or stuffy up there, my boxers are sticking to my pants, and I was gonna count the tiles on the ceiling. And there was this lady there at the pool, and she was a little funny about the mom giving the kid to a total stranger while she was at church. And what it was, I started to have those witty, I need to impress you kind of feelings for that lady. And in the midst of thinking that, I was going to tell the kid that I count the tiles on the ceiling too. But I said, oh, my boxers are sticking to my legs too. Sort of like Freudian slip, somewhat. So the thing was, this lady was pretty grouchy, and the boy, the 5-year-old, he must have been a Gemini, because he would say everything as loud and bold and whatnot. There was no restraint on anything. He wouldn't say anything bad. It was just anything that popped into his head, he would say. And this lady was getting upset, so she was going to leave the pool and folding up her lawn chair. Well, I wanted to help the lady fold up her lawn chair, and the thing was, it was, you know, this fat bitch kind of sitting at the pool, you know the type. And so I felt like I needed redemption, just because the kid asked me to skip church with him. And so I was helping the lady fold up the lawn chair, and the profound part was, I don't remember what happened after that, but the parents came down and said, I told you to keep an eye on him. So somewhere in cyberspace, I was helping the bitch fold up her lawn chair, just trying to be nice to someone who isn't nice in general, you see. And to somewhere on Jupiter, when I woke up, I lost him, and now his parents are looking for him somewhere up in the church service. But I always put, I know how to interpret dreams. Naked is like a censorship of not being tied to bonds and whatnot. And as the generations came in, 12th grade down to freshmen, down to as the moon came out, the people, it's a full moon tonight in Aquarius, the people came for the church service after it was all over. So it's like I hung out, and it got easier and easier and easier to talk to people and more fun just because I stuck around a little bit. And I was able to see that each are like planetary generations of groups of people in time, like these generations. And I saw, pretty much impressed upon me, that it gets easier and easier and easier. The more people are going to be born, the more time that's going to pass. It's all a matter of evolution, of just phasing out the old and phasing in the new kind of thing. And I think that's a good mindset to understand that the planets will keep on orbiting around in circles, and what it shows up on TV is going to reflect that. So it's day 80. I quit the card shift, and I have a 12 to 9 shift today, which is a new one for me. Well, it's not new, but phasing out carts, and so pretty neat. I told you to keep an eye on him, so you projected and you looked off elsewhere, and you lost a kid on Jupiter. Lost Jupiter boy. That'll probably be today's name.